welcome to January STEM Club. Today is all about, well, I don't even know if I want to say it. Maybe parents, mom, dad, grown-ups have not told you the name of today's STEM Club. So let's not tell you what it is and see if you're watching this, if you can figure out what we're doing today. So let's get right into it. These are my minions. Say hello, minions.
Hi.
What you need for today, and we're going to be doing several experiments today, not just one. So I have a baking dish here. First, we're going to start off with one glass, and I'm going to put it inside my cake dish, and then from there you'll need some ingredients. You're going to need a cup of water. We're going to need some measuring spoons of all different sizes, food coloring. You'll need some baking soda, some dish soap,
and
vinegar. And you'll need something to stir with as well. All right, Sophia's gonna help me reading off the ingredients. Step number one, Sophia, is we add the water.
Yep.
And what do I put in next?
4 tablespoons of baking soda.
4 tablespoons of baking soda. Okay, so this one's my baking soda spoon.
I love you, Mama.
Alina's gonna scoop and Vivi's gonna pour. Okay, so those are watching at home, I want you to start thinking. Okay, here, Vivi, you want to dump it in here? Start thinking, okay, we have water, we have baking soda. What can we do with water and baking soda? Okay, so that's one. Alina's going to put another one. We need 4, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And notice Alina is leveling off her baking soda tablespoon so that she doesn't have too much. All right. Here you go, Vivi. Dump it in. Nope. Okay. Mom's going to do the last 2 just to speed up the process. Oh, you want to dump it? Okay. That's fine. Dump it in here. Have we been counting? We're at 3 now. We need 1 more. Oh, no, ma'am. Don't put that in your mouth. Note to people at home, don't put baking soda in your mouth. It doesn't taste very good. Ew. All right, that was 4 tablespoons of baking soda. Now what, Sophia?
Now what you're going to do is have 1 tablespoon of dish soap.
Are you sure it's 1 tablespoon?
Yep.
Of dish soap? It's 1 teaspoon of dish soap. Be very careful.
I do it.
Oh, right.
I do it.
Mom's going to do this one. We're going to put our dish soap in there. All right, so after our dish soap, the next thing we have to add is some food coloring. Any food coloring of our choice. Okay, so I think, let's see. Vivi, what color do you want inside here? Do you want green, yellow, red, or blue?
Blue.
Blue, excellent. If Miss Beckham can get it out here. Woo! Okay, everybody's coming out. All right, Sophia's gonna drop in 2 or 3 drops of blue food coloring.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
All right, so have you guys been thinking at home? I'm gonna have let's have Alina gently stir all of those ingredients together. And while she's doing that, let's put our thinking caps on and think. I have water, baking soda, dish soap, that's odd, food coloring. And it looks kind of interesting in the cup, does it not? Let's see, what do we think is going to happen? Well, there's one more step, and according to the directions, we are going to add the vinegar. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to be adding 1 whole cup of vinegar to this, and we're going to see what's going to happen. Okay, friends, so this is what our mixture looks like after having all of those things together. And now we have 1 cup of baking soda. Sophia's going to add the 1 cup of vinegar to our mixture slowly.
Okay.
And let's see what happens. Whoa! It's a volcano! So
So why does this work? It's because the baking soda is a base and the vinegar is an acid. When the two combine together, they create a reaction that releases carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide creates bubbles that grow and expand just like when you shake a can of soda.
So what did you think? Was that volcano awesome? Was it awesome?
Yeah.
Yes, it was awesome. So today is all about volcanoes. We are going to make several different types of volcanoes, but in the end, all of it happens because of the same type of reaction, which is what we'll talk about at the end. But this next volcano we're going to make is an apple volcano. I'm going to take the same casserole dish that I've just rinsed out from our last volcano, and I'm going to get an apple. And what I've done, if you can see, is I've cut out a hole in the middle of the apple. You'll want to make a decent sized hole, and then you'll want to scoop out some of the flesh on the inside. Not all of it, just enough to make a good sized hole. All right, let's go ahead and let's do it. Step number 1 is we're going to take some dish soap, and we're going to drizzle it on the inside of the apple.
For step number 2, Alina is going to add 1 scoop or a couple of small scoops of baking soda to the apple. Go ahead, Alina. Go ahead and dump it in there. There's 1. It's okay.
2.
There we go. And maybe 1 more for good measure.
3.
All right. Now Vivi's going to pick some food coloring. What color would you like this time, Vivi?
This one.
Yellow.
I kicked.
Is it stuck?
I did it.
Okay, Sophia will open it for her and we'll let Vivi do a couple of drops.
All right, Vivi, we'll do it.
Yep, let Vivi do it. There we go. 1, 2, 3. All right.
4.
Okay, so then now what Sophia's going to do is she's going to take the stick and kind of just mix it around together a little bit, just so that we can make sure we get good coloring.
Oh, not pretty colors.
Do you want to show us the inside of the apple there, Sophia? Oh, wow, look at that.
Okay. Wow.
Now, if you remember from the last video, think to yourselves, what is the last ingredient we need to make our chemical reaction? Let's think. We have our baking soda, we have our dish soap, we have our food coloring. Man, what was that last ingredient? Alina, what was it?
Vinegar.
Vinegar, okay.
Vinegar.
So now we're going to make sure we put our hands back, hands in our laps, and everybody let's watch. Sophia's going to slowly pour some vinegar in our apple. Wow!
That's so cool. It's like going to the side, but
That's
not
right.
everywhere like the other one.
You can do this same volcano with other pieces of fruit. For example, if you watched in the summertime, we made lemon volcanoes.
Yeah.
You can do the same thing with an orange or a grapefruit. The citrus is a really good acid to mix and help makes a very big volcano. You can use your spoon and you can scoop all that stuff out and you can do the explosion over again. In fact, you can do the experiment as many times as you want using the same ingredients.
What'd you think? Pretty cool volcano, huh? Fruit volcanoes, super simple, super fun. Now we're going to do a different type of volcano, and it requires pop rocks. I've never done this type of volcano before, and I'm super excited. You're going to need a cup. I chose to use a smaller cup this time, a shorter one. You don't have to. And then I also wanted to mention that you can also create an actual shaped volcano. Do you have, say, brown modeling clay at home or Play-Doh perhaps? We don't have any Play-Doh today, but if we did, what you could do is you could put down your cup and you could put Play-Doh all the way around it and kind of form like a pretend volcano. And then it would look even more like a volcano when you did your experiment. But that's just an option. So now we're gonna get ready to do our Pop Rocks volcano.
All right, to start our Pop Rocks volcano, the first thing we'll need to do is add a squirt of dish soap.
So I'm gonna go ahead and let Sophia add a squirt of dish soap. That's very scientific, isn't it? What's an amount of a squirt? Maybe let's squirt a little bit more in there. There we go, okay. And the next thing we're going to do is add some red food coloring. Once again, it does not have to be red, it's purely your choice. Go ahead and let Viviana add this, please. And she'll add a couple of drops of red food coloring. Excellent, Vivi, good job. Okay, now it says to carefully add some soda. You can use any type of soda that you like. We suggest a Sprite or a 7-Up because the clear nature of it will make it easier to see. We didn't have any of that today, so we're using Martinelli's apple cider, sparkling cider. So let's go ahead and pour some of that in, probably about 3/4 of the way, and go slowly as it probably will bubble. Here we go. We're gonna pour it.
Whoa!
Probably. Let's give it. Yeah. All right, let's give that a minute to settle, and then I think we're gonna add maybe just a little bit more soda in there. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit more soda in there, please.
Okay.
A little bit more. There we go. Good job.
Really red.
That's it. We're gonna let it sit there just for a second. And then what Alina's gonna do is she's gonna open up our Pop Rocks carefully. And then we're going to, she's going to sprinkle, well, she's gonna pour the Pop Rocks into our volcano. Now, everybody quiet. Let's listen to see if anything happens.
There's some more in there.
Okay, shh, listen.
Whoa! Yeah, look at that now. My nose.
Let's see if it helps it speed up the reaction if we kind of stir it a bit. And maybe we'll add a bit more soda to it. Oh, there it goes.
It's going.
There it goes. The Pop Rock reaction is a little bit more slow than the other reactions. If you add a little bit more soda, it helps speed up the reaction a bit. So why does this work? Pop Rocks contain pressurized carbon dioxide covered in candy. When the candy coating begins to dissolve, the carbon dioxide gas is released and it breaks through that thin candy shell. That's when you hear the popping sound. The candy coating dissolves in your mouth or in other liquids like water or soda, and the soda contains dissolved carbon dioxide. That's how we get all those bubbles that head to the surface just like a volcano. Okay, we're on our second to last volcano, and this one's one of my favorites. Before we start, did you know that volcanoes are not just inhabiting land? That in fact, you can find a volcano under the ocean? And did you know that a volcano under the ocean can be active? What does active mean?
Active means it can explode underwater.
It can explode. But most of the volcanoes that are inhabiting under the ocean kind of just rumble slowly a little bit. But they can have some eruptions happening underneath the water. So we're going to see how that works today. I'm going to take my large cup that has cold water in it. And in fact, I've even added a few ice cubes in there. Okay. The next thing we'll need is you'll need a smaller jar or a smaller cup. You'll need, of course, your food coloring.
Glitter.
You'll need some glitter, some plastic wrap, and then you're going to need boiling water. Now, I have just boiled this water in the kettle fresh, excuse me. Okay, so this one, grown-ups are going to do, oh sorry, and you also need some kind of little hair tie or string or something. Grown-ups are probably going to do most of this one just because the boiling water is hot. Saying it again, boiling water is hot. We don't want to touch that, okay? Okay, step number one, we're going to take our tiny little glass and I'm going to fill it with that boiling water. Now, grown-ups do this part. This is really hot, freshly boiled water.
Hot, hot, hot.
Yep, hot, hot, hot. And now I'm going to drop in some food coloring. Oh, no touch, don't touch, remember? It's very, very hot. And for added effect, I'm going to sprinkle in some glitter, because why not? And I think I'll take my stick and I will give that a stir. Would you mind putting the lid back on that glitter, please? Okay, now we're going to take some plastic wrap of some sort, cover it, and put a rubber band around it like so. Remember, this jar is quite hot, so only adults should be touching it. Now I'm going to take my cold jar with ice water, and I'm going to move the hot jar, oh, it is hot, be careful, inside. I'm gonna let that sink to the bottom. Now, what I'm gonna do is take either some scissors or a stick. I'm gonna poke some holes in my plastic wrap, and let's watch what happens.
Look, it's working, Alina.
Notice how the volcano leaks up slowly. Can you see the volcano starting to erupt? It doesn't happen quickly, but that's true of real underwater volcanoes. They don't erupt quickly underwater either. If you'd like to see if you want to get it to go faster, you can kind of move it around like so, or maybe make the hole a tiny bit bigger. Let it settle, and see if we can get it to go again. Here it comes. Look at our volcano erupting under the water. Okay guys, we are going to make one grand finale volcano. You really only need 2 ingredients with 1 supply. You need 1 liter, or a 2-liter bottle I should say, of cola. It could be regular cola or it could be diet cola. And what I've been told is that diet cola actually works even better. Your cola does not have to be name brand. In fact, the cheaper the better. The other thing you need is you need some Mentos mints. And on top of that, you'll need some clear plastic tape to help you. Okay, so we have taken 7 of the Mentos mints and we have taped one side of them along to clear tape. Now I'm going to open my cola. Be very careful that when you're starting your experiment not to jostle the cola around, because then it won't be as reactive. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the entire thing and we're going to drop the whole thing down into the bottle. And then we're going to get up and walk away.
So cool.
That was a Mentos volcano.
Woo! All right, for our final finale, we're gonna go ahead and have both of the girls drop in and do 2 at a time. Okay, girls, are you ready? Drop them in. And then back up.
Drop them, drop them, drop them, drop them. Oh. I don't know if it'll work again. Oh, there we go. Woohoo!